This is the history lesson for
St.
y'all.
Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's history. Do you know the story of St. Patrick? You don't.
Nope.
Go ahead and sit crisscross applesauce. I'll teach you something. You're going to learn today.
And this is a true story for everybody deaf hearing. It doesn't even matter. This is a true story. Way back in the day, let's see, it was 1304, in the woods of Ireland with the potato patches and the potato fields, there was a little cottage.
It was an old, tiny cottage.
It kind of looked like the Smurfs area, you know what I mean? You know, there's an orange cat around, too, and everything.
This family, you know, there's a mom and dad and 13 kids, which is about appropriate. They're Catholic.
They're Catholic, that's it.
Strong Catholics, and they use the rosary often.
That's right. The very youngest child
The
is
baby
a
boy.
He was deaf. He was a deaf child.
His name is Patrick.
That's right. He couldn't even hear. He had weird pointy ears and a weird beard.
He was 4 years old with a beard.
What?
Imagine that. He's a very aggressive boy. He's nice, but very aggressive.
He always shared all his information. He had all this language inside of him, and he just used his sign language.
Look at me. I'm spouting off sign language. His family's like, what's going on, Patrick?
The entire village raised him
they
up.
learned the
He
language.
was the king of the village. He's Patrick. He was just a young little boy, but he was the king of the village. Everyone just thought he was awesome.
He thought, you know, I need to do something new. I'm going to follow the rainbow to somewhere special.
People always wanted him to change his clothes. He never wanted to change his clothes. He kept his clothes the same. He had suspenders and a bow tie and a jacket.
His green suit was his identifying mark.
One day, there was a rainbow, yeah, like you said. And there was a shiny yellow golden area at the end.
He said, bye, Mom and Dad, I'm out of here. And off he went.
He didn't walk, he ran.
His beard's flopping in the wind.
His ears flopping in the
running like marathons.
He was gone.
And there he is, and he's in France.
Huh?
That's the end of the rainbow, and there he is. He goes in this building and kicks the door down. Says, hey, there's two gentlemen sitting there. And they're sitting there mouthing to each other. He says, hey. And the two guys say, oh, we can't hear. He goes, oh, this is wonderful. Let me teach you some signs.
So he dropped the knowledge on him.
And you know who they were? It was Gallaudet and Clerk. He taught him signs.
Lauren Clerk, both of them. Gallaudet and Lauren Clerk thought it was just so
This is
cool.
awesome. I feel so
I
natural.
love this hand language.
I love to sign. I can just express my emotions.
No more
The three of them
oralism.
had so much fun talking and laughing and giggling. They said, hey, green man. And they said, this is your name sign.
How come? Because he had this little grotesque bump on his arm.
It was,
It was his
ugly.
identifier.
It had a hair hanging out the end of it, too. There it was. And he said, you know what? Go to the doctor, Patrick. He said, no, this is who I am. This is my identity.
He said, leave me be. I'm St. Patrick. This is how I'm going to be
That's
called.
how they got his name sign.
So Gallaudet and Clerk said, why don't we go to America and teach all the other deaf people your language? Patrick's like,
Yeah, why not? I got nothing else to do. So they got into a rowboat on the shores of France, and the three of them are up front, and Patrick alone rowed him all the way across the ocean with his big muscles and his strong body and his special suit with his tail flipping in the wind.
God, the wake the boat produced was unbelievable.
And he rowed to America and got there in just a couple hours, super easy. Got to D.C. and said, you know what, here I am. Here's my
He
land.
wasn't even tired.
Not at all.
He wasn't even tired.
You know, he decided to build a school, call it a university.
So he dug it by his hand.
I'm going to call this Patrick University.
Yep. P.U.
How apropos. Because you know why? He stunk so bad. He never changed his clothes since he was 5. His same green special suit.
Same beard, same ears.
If you look at his beard, he has
odor.
dirt and dirty and food and potatoes in his beard. He used to eat them like apples.
But one thing,
Look at him throwing the core out.
despite his aggressiveness, his language was unbelievable.
It's like an
Gallaudet
angel.
and Clerk hacked his language. What they did, St. Patrick, they shoved him and oppressed him in a
There's no
basement.
windows. There's a special office, Patrick. Get in
And
and
they
lock the
stole
door.
all his cereal. He had
His-
Lucky Charms.
His mother made Lucky Charms from scratch, and
They
they took it.
stole it.
Well, that was the last straw, and he blew his fuse.
He was angry.
I'm done. I'm knocking down this door, and we're getting into a
He
fight
fought.
tonight.
He fought everybody.
He knifed Clerk in the face.
Lauren Clerk had a scar for the rest of his life, and his name sign now is
He
Clerk.
was so angry he left and went to Chicago and cried his special magical green tears
Yep, and the
into the
river
Chicago
became
River.
green.
That's right.
It's true.
And then after that, he went to San Francisco and hid his gold in the mountains. In the hills of San Francisco, he hid his gold all over.
That's right.
And there's a story of Saint Patrick.
So tonight, as you're enjoying your green beer,
Thank Patrick for his oppressive life, his inventions,
and
his language.
everything he endured,
His aggressive boy man with his beard and tuxedo.
and ears.
Love it.